Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to Starbound Frackin Univserse. When we last left off, we were hunting for bees, and I actually spent a bit of time off camera taking care of that. And the quest finishes as soon as you actually get the honeybee drone, so... yeah, and then it immediately triggers the quest to get what I assume are flowers or flower seeds, because I had some of those on me, and that quest automatically finished. So now it says, hey, go get a wooden centrifuge, dummy. Which I say, hey, I'm not a dummy. That's, well, it says nothing about dummies, but... What? You may be wondering, hey, Gaslight, what are you doing now? Well, my plan is to, because I've forgotten to do so in the past, and I would like to stop forgetting to do so. I want to start catching some of these, creepy, crawly creatures. It still managed to do damage to me. Alright, so there we go. We have a spook hit. We also managed to pick up a forest drone and a forest queen, and we're probably going to need a lot more. I don't know how many different varieties of bee there are, actually, but I assume there's a fair amount, so, you know, we'll get on that. But first, let's see here. I'm storing all my bees in here, so I'll just chuck those away there. And this next quest is to get a wooden centrifuge, which is not this. Where can I craft a wooden centrifuge? That is a good question. Wooden centrifuge. That is an iron centrifuge. Ah, here we go. No, that's a wooden teleporter. Here. Does the quest thing mention what is needed for a wooden centrifuge? No. Actually, it might be crafted here at the bee station, now that I think about it. Industrial centrifuge. What does this say? Extract items from combs, more efficient than the iron centrifuge. Requires 8 units of power. We want the wooden centrifuge. So what does this require? Timber and glass, both of which I have in... fairly reasonable supply, I think. Let's see here. Timber. Do I have... Oh, there we go. There's some timber. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to how many it said I needed. Oh, also, you may be wondering, hey, Gaslight, what are you doing with a Terraforge? Well, you caught me fiddling around off camera with some admin commands and stuff like that. Also, we picked up this baby crunchy chick. It's tasty. Live baby chicken. Apparently it's a delicacy in Florin culture. Good for them, I guess. Just kind of chuck some stuff in here, see how it turns out. Because we've gotten more food than we really know what to do with. And, oh, a capriol flower. Jumping goodness, you say. Anyway, but yeah, bees apparently only get the giggityness going on when they have flowers nearby, which makes sense, and my voice sounds like it's cracking, doesn't it? Excuse me. Ahem. Sorry. I assure you I am perfectly fine. You know, aside from the voice cracking part, that is less fine and not very professional at all. I should probably have a glass of water with me for such situations, and sometimes I do, and then sometimes I forget to grab a drink before I go. I'm an idiot. I was staring at this, I meant to put it in there. You silly, silly man. What were you thinking? Answer? I wasn't, clearly. Ah, yes, and all our little creepy, crawly creatures here, which will eventually turn into action figures when we have nothing better to do with them. Also, you might have noticed I finally got around to making some master archaeological brush thingamabobs so that we can finally dig up some bones when the need arises. There we go. Let's see. As your bee tech gets more advanced, you'll get superior output from your bee farm. Let's see, once your bees have been busy for a while, collect the combs from your apiary. Now, naturally, I'm not really going to be able to do anything with that. Random thought. Well, I guess I can't. I'm going to have to... Golden glass. Golden glass. Well, it's not made on this particular block. Golden glass. Where would I make golden glass? That is a good question. I'm just arbitrarily assuming that it is glass that is made from honeycomb, possibly. That would be my guess, if it was going to be made from anything. And I don't really need this wooden centrifuge, because I have an iron one, which does the same thing, except better. And, alright, there we go. So we've taken care of the initial bits of the honey thing. We still need some Mutavisk headgear here. We could be brewing stuff, powering up, try building a solar panel. One of these is our power generation thingamabob. Or is it? No, I don't even have my power generation station here. But it is getting very crowded here, and I'm starting to lose track of what exactly is what. So at some point, we should probably build ourselves a proper base so we can break things down. Let's see, DNA samples, upgrade your alchemy, able to access it. Try making DNA samples. Would that be at this? DNA sample. What do I need for this exactly? Genetic material and tissue culture. And we have possibly both of these. There we go. We have them being created right here. Tissue cultures from the plants and... yeah. Alright. We'll also want to check away some of those seeds at some point. DNA sample. There we go. I'll craft as many of these as I can, which is apparently just the one. Bada bing, bada boom. Without DNA, you'll have a hard time doing much xenobiology. You can't create or modify life without this resource. Stockpile it. Let's see, mineral samples. Make some in your chemistry lab. Like DNA samples, they are essential. Mineral samples, you say? What do I need for a mineral sample? Raw minerals and nutrient paste. And I do believe I have both of those things, so... Alright, we're making some progress. These are, I believe, more so side quests. Let's see, we have the raw minerals. I'm assuming it's 5 of these, and nutrient paste. Nutrient... Oh, there it is. There we go. Also, at some point, this has been updated, so that now I can sort it like that. I don't know how long it's been that way. I just noticed it recently. While sorting stuff, let's see. Mineral sample. We are making good progress. Yay! Strictly for lab use, mineral samples nonetheless prove to be essential. Without them, you'll be unable to produce advanced plant life. Anema flower and some other thing I didn't get the chance to read. Let's see. Mineral and DNA samples in your possession, you've opened up a whole new world of research and possibility. Now you should upgrade to a biochem lab for even more advanced research. That's the end of that particular quest line. At which point, it's basically saying, hey, you're on your own, and you can figure it out for yourself. Crystalline skull. Cool. Possibly, you could end up getting some... knowledge that man was not meant to know. Let's see. I need to craft a circuit board. Alright. Yeah. Bolt Face there, whose name, that is not his actual name. Circuit board. Let us get cracking. That's not how you spell circuit. That's also not how you spell circuit. Circuit board. ×2. Silicon and... Wait, I have circuit boards. Don't even need to make it, though I could make it, but I don't think we will. What the heck, we should. What was it? Made out of silicon and something else? Circuit boards. Silicon and copper wire. I'm pretty sure I have both of those things. Also, just out of curiosity, is fiddling around with all this, is this, interesting, I guess, is the question. Because I figure we might end up doing more of this sort of... It's not copper wire. That is string. That is not copper wire. Wrong item altogether. Let's see. Copper wire, copper wire. That would be under C for copper wire. I think it was just 1, but we'll grab 2 anyway, just in case. Because I don't want to have to keep coming back here. Circuit board. Circuit board. Bloop, bleep, blop. Alright, back to the base. In order to chat with our good friend, whose name I can't remember. Science Outpost. There we are. I'm going to edit it just to make sure that its name is up at the top. We'll call this 00. We'll call this 01. And with the miracle of editing, we'll just pretend that I teleport it to the right place the first time. And this will be 01A. Like so. Can't quite fit it. We'll just call it the Telus Shop. Or actually, no, we'll just call it the just outpost. We are. Accept. Alright. Oh, and there's an alpaca hiding behind those flowers over there. You thought I didn't see him, but I saw him. Rustbolt, that's your name. I'm sorry I can't ever remember your name, fellow glitch. Let's see, encouraging. You'll need a large amount of circuits. You should use that one to craft an armory. And that is actually it for you for now, apparently. So I'm going to have to progress through more questy stuff. Hello there, glitchy person with your interesting-looking gooey armor. That is both gooey and delicious, probably. Well, we do not appear to have unlocked any further quest-a-majigging from that, so I guess that means we just have to keep doing quests. Let's see. Useful liquid. Contaminated water. You make me some in a centrifuge. Alright. I could, but it would have been more helpful if you actually told me what makes contaminated water. Fortunately, I have some, so it doesn't matter. Alright, also, yeah, carrying on with what I was saying earlier, this is probably going to be a bit of a slower-paced episode, all things considered, with less exploration and more just kind of knocking out some of these quests here. Contaminated water. Dark water. There we go. Contaminated liquid. What makes contaminated liquid? And more importantly, why don't you tell me? I mean, I have a centrifuge around here somewhere, don't I? Or do I? Centrifuge. No, it's an industrial iron centrifuge. Right here. You know what? Just out of curiosity, I mean, well, you only have one input. And there's it. You know, I'm going to actually look up what exactly is required to make contaminated water so I can, you know, be somewhat informative and pretend that I know what I'm talking about, and I'll be right back. Alright, first of all, that's the wrong centrifuge for what we want. This is it, the lab centrifuge. Get out of the way. No, I don't want anything to do with you right now. Get back to upgrading my engines, damn it. Oh, also, you know what? Since I figured out the key to getting rid of the HUD, Alt-Z, I seem to keep access... Actually, it's just... Oh, did I change it to be just Alt by itself? Because apparently I must hit the Alt button all the time. Here, delete that, and make it back to Alt-Z. There we go. Or, no. Left Alt plus Z. Get rid of there. Nope. Alright. I'm gonna bind you to, I don't know, the minus key over here. I'll probably never press that. At least not unintentionally, so... Bloop, bloop. Alright, we got that back. Alright, so how does the centrifuge work, you may be asking? Well, it is apparently a simple matter of taking something like regular here we are. Regular ordinary water. Yeah, we'll just take the whole bloody stack. Save me time. And I don't know why I keep doing that. I keep jumping every time I bounce down. That's the gene... That is not the lab centrifuge. Wrong item altogether. But there is a lab centrifuge at the outpost, unless I am greatly mistaken, so let us go over there anyway. I think. I don't think I'm mistaken about this. I'm pretty sure I've seen a centrifuge around here before. Fabricator, fission furnace, gene sequencer. I'm sure I've seen you around here. Where's lab centrifuge? Lab. Unless... You know what? Maybe I am just mistaken and I have, maybe there is no item called lab centrifuge anymore. That it could be that that bit of the wiki is out of date, but then again, aha! Here it is. As a gas centrifuge. I assume it does not work with water. Okay, so maybe I'm not entirely correct. Wait, here it is. Lab centrifuge. No, that's the gene sequencer again. Wait. Sequencer? Gene... This game is starting to make me think I might be a bit crazy. Anyway, but you throw in something like water into the centrifuge and it sucks out the materials. But since I am now certain I am misled and confused about what exactly it is I'm doing, I think I am now going to want to go back and see if I can find the lab centrifuge. So before I turn in this quest, stop bouncing down. Just there you go. I'll be right back. Okay, so two things. One, you should not eat bouncy foods when you're trying to fill up on, well, food, trying to restore your hunger, because then you just end up bouncing all over the place, but you get this cool blue glow. And second of all, the lab centrifuge is crafted at the power station, and it is really getting crowded in here. So let us make his lab centrifuge. Bada bing, bada boom. And I can make more of these. We have a solar panel, so we can finish that quest. Bada bing, bada boom. Powder sifter, solar array, wire relay. Nice stuff. Solar panels. I'm just going to say that now. Solar panels generate power, and most Everest stations built here require that power to operate. Next, build a battery unit. You need batteries, but they will be extreme... Or you don't need batteries, but they will be extremely useful. Create one now. Alright. Battery. All we need are some circuit boards. You see, all the quests tie into each other. That one quest that had us making circuit boards now pays off when we can make ourselves a battery. Boingy. Alright. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, now we can make new stuff and a blast furnace. Wait, blast furnace. Don't I have a blast? Once you place it, wiring tool, or use your wiring tool to link solar panel to a blue node on your battery. Let's build a hydroponics tray next. You can build it in the power station. So basically everything here requires power in order to work. Liquid pump. Ooh. Pressure pump. Pressurizes liquid it releases. Now pressurizes. What does that mean exactly? But I am getting from this a watcher. Let's see. Activates keep wired stations within a 20 tile radius running at any distance planet side. Stops working when you leave something selling until you get the something of it again. Alright, so that's useful. There's some useful stuff here. I gotcha. But we don't need that right now. Let's go turn in that contaminated water. Though we do also now have our little, we have a solar panel here. We have a battery right here. And I think in the next episode, we might actually want to... Like, the reason I got this Terraforge is so that we can do some terraforming. Alright, so, getting back to what I was saying before. Apparently I also dropped my contaminated water somewhere. So if I chuck this in here, it should produce contaminated water at some point. But it requires power. Of course it does. So, first of all, we need to do this. Which has no power whatsoever. Because it, you know, we're inside. If this works. Genius! Alright, let's go down to a planet and actually, you know, the actual geniuses. And I will be right back again. Alright. Alright, you have cheap buys. You are a bird of some kind that's bouncing off the walls. You look like a hummingbird. That's pretty cool. I like hummingbirds. There's hummingbirds that live not too far. Well, they usually show up around my house. In fact, or rather, my mom's house when I was growing up. She would leave out stuff for the hummingbirds, and then they'd kind of, you know, they'd show up and they'd say hello. And actually, the funny thing is, they actually got really, really, eventually, like, really, like, greedy. They got really entitled. They started thinking that they were just entitled to, are you doing anything, Mr. Power Plant thing? It's the atmospheric interference means it'll just, or, what are you saying, that I should build this up in the sky? Oh boy, life, why can nothing ever be easy? Well, because, if life were easy, then, you know, where would the fun in that be? Now, if I understand solar power correctly, if we go right up into space, frankly, that should be all the goddamn power we need. Oh, there we go. We're getting some power now. Any amounts of power, which means this should actually be working, possibly. Come on. Come on. Unless I have completely mucked things up. It's not moving. It's just kind of sitting there. But everything is wired to everything else, so I'm just arbitrarily assuming that it should work. I mean, this has power, and red to blue. That's gotta be how this works, right? Suck the power out. Gimme. Why are you not... Uh-oh. Why is this not hooking to anything? There we go. Okay, everything is hooked up. Set... Let go. Okay, you've done your job. Go home now. Alright. It's not playing nicely with me. Why won't you play nicely with me, game? Oh, wait. No. Anyway, you know what? You know what? We're not producing enough power. I bet that's what the problem is. We're not producing enough power to actually get the thing running. That's the problem, isn't it? 5 units of power. This produces only 2 units of power in optimal. All right. In that case, you know what? In that case, let's just pretend everything worked out, and let's just go get that regular contaminate water, and I'll build up like a proper power supply off camera. All right. No one said science was going to be easy, and frankly, if you're me, science is probably very hard because I am in fact some kind of idiot. Most likely. Yes. All right, you. Let's turn in the contaminated liquid. There you go. When you're able, upgrade to an advanced centrifuge to really step up your lab game. Oh, and be sure to keep your contaminated water. You might need it. Gotcha. Has this unlocked any further quests, or are we kind of... Or maybe I have to do all the quests in order to get any further progress. That is also entirely possible. I mean, because that could be sort of, what is this? Growing up. Hydroponics tray. Yeah, I mean, looking at this, it could be, like, an intentional, kind of bottleneck where you then kind of have to, you just do all kinds of quests to get familiar with things, and then you come back. All right, we'll finish this one last quest, because it should be easy, and then we'll wrap the episode up. Because my timer tells me that we are running out of time. Possibly. Sort of. Let's chuck everything in here except for the metals. And we require hydrogen, which I'm pretty sure I have around here somewhere. Only find it. There we are, hydrogen. Bloop, bloop. Stick our metal in the metal drawer. It's so good I have all these nice metal drawers. What is this? A skull cap. Cool. Cap of skulls, possibly. And a manipulator module. Not that I need those anymore. You know, considering I have everything at maximum overdrive, unlockedness, monster stuff. Anyway, let's chuck this extra furniture in here for now. Well, I'm going to hold on to the Terraforge because we're going to want to play around with that. And again, I'll have to build more power and stuff so we can actually... So I can actually next time properly show off and demonstrate the... Oh, I need 5 hydrogen. That is more hydrogen than I was led to believe I needed. Mostly because I misread the thing and thought it only said 2. But that's what happens when you're not paying attention to what you're reading. Alright, what do you got for me, Nova Kid Man? Great, thanks so very much. Now I can complete this power cell. Take this as payment. Well done, well done. Alright. I actually kind of wonder if I have to do literally every quest. Or if it's just a case of doing like the science stuff and like the bees and the brewing and stuff off to the side are just kind of side quests. Oh, here's a new quest person. Powered stations are a huge productivity booster. With a watcher, they are even more versatile. Try crafting a watcher in your power station and bring it to me in exchange for this Star Master helm. Cool. Not quite as good as a Star Lord helm, but Star Master is one step closer to Star Lord, so it all works out at the end of the day. Anyway, let's actually go visit over here just to see if there's any further quest-a-majigging to be had. What is this? Honey cooking table? Is that a honeyed ham? It is a honeyed ham. My favorite kind of ham. Possibly the best ham. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode, but when we come back next time, I think, in addition to continuing with our kind of quest-a-majigging and building up and so on and so forth, we also are going to start looking for a world to build, or rather, at least a place where I can terraform it into a world that I'd like to live in. And I think we'll try to find, like, the highest difficulty we can find, just so that, you know, if we put down tenants and stuff, then we can have maximum cash influx and flow and words that are coming together not entirely clearly. But anyway, yeah, that's going to do it for now. So until the next time, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button, or maybe leave me a comment down below to let me know what you're thinking. And I will see you all in the next video.